I pulled a slingshot out of retirement today, and we're going to be testing out some Omega Slings 0.5, so don't go away. GZ case mount. Haven't shot this thing in quite some time, and I always kind of liked this frame. I had a little soft spot in my heart for it, but I can never really shoot it as accurate as I could some other frames for some reason, which is kind of odd because it is in my wheelhouse. It does have that 90mm fork width, which I like. It's pretty comfortable. It's more of a chalice style frame, but it does hold pretty well when you add this little grip stuff here. But for some reason, I could never really get on with it too well. Ooh, look at that thing, is still going. You can definitely tell that these bands are bringing the heat. But took a couple of shots to get on target. And now we seem to be doing all right, putting a good beating on that 40mm flipper. And it's funny, the first couple of shots that I let rip hit the curtain in the back and bounced right out of the catch box, which is crazy because, see, right out. Normally that catch box just swallows those little fellas up and they go right down though, but no, they're bouncing right out of that thing. So we know we're definitely sending them with some pretty good heat. See if we can get that wiffle ball up there. Then I'll show you my bands. There we go. All right, so here's a quick close-up of the GZ case mount. Now, I cut this elastic to be maxed out at my anchor point. I've got them tapered from 24 to 14. The reason why that is because the cut is so short that I didn't have any extra, I didn't have enough room to stretch it out all the way to the proper length that I normally shoot when they're not maxed out. So they've got some pretty damn good stretch to them. The elongation that I've measured out was around seven times. So 700%. This has got a lot of extra stretch on them. And anyway, we're gonna be shooting this guy. So far, we're doing not bad. Not great, but not bad. But I gotta get used to this frame again. It's been a long time since I shot it, over a year. All right, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and test this draw length or draw weight and see how what kind of poundage we get. Here we go. Right to the anchor point, cheekbone. Here we go. See if we can turn this around so you can see it. I got 8.8 pounds, which is a solid 4 kilograms. So, not the lightest bands I've tried, not the heaviest bands I've tried, but I will say this. It's definitely a decent and comfortable draw. The draw on it is very smooth and very even. So while you're pulling it back, you don't feel, it doesn't feel like you're pulling and all of a sudden everything gets heavy. It doesn't feel like it comes to a doorstop, like it just hits the wall and bang, that's it. It's just got a very nice and even draw. Yep, feels very, very good. I've been shooting these. The one thing I will talk about in this video here is I've been shooting these guys all summer long. I got my first couple band sets. It was really, really cold early in spring. Started doing some shooting with it, and I pretty much instantly fell in love. The bands are fantastic, and the one thing I will mention is the longevity is insane. I did some testing with the longevity, and I decided to do this because after having a band set, they just kept on going. It was like, I'm shooting it again. Oh my God, they're not dead yet. And usually in my shooting sessions, I could shoot anywhere or somewhere around 150 to 300 shots, depending on how long I'm shooting. I had one band set on my frame that was the same band set for 3 full lives. Now, when I'm doing a live shoot, I'm shooting around 300 shots, plus all my practice sessions and my warm-up in between and all this stuff. I must have gotten somewhere around 1,000 shots on those. When I did that, I decided, okay, that's it. It was a 0.55 band set I was trying out, but regardless of that, I decided to do a test like this, and I was going to do a video on it, but the video was so boring, I didn't release it. I just kind of scrapped it. But I basically filled up a magnet like this, which I could hold 100 shots on it, and I did that 100 shots, and I got 600 shots on them before they failed. On not a maxed out band set, but on a regular band set. And I've had varying results with longevity. For the most part, I think the lowest I've ever gotten on a band set that was properly made was 400 shots. And I've gotten way more than that on some other bands. Actually, for those of you guys who saw that natty that I built with all the spalting on it, I'll show you a picture of it right here. I'm still shooting that band, that frame with those bands on it, with the exact same band set that I made after I made it and did that video. The bands are still going strong. They're starting to get dirty and ugly, but they keep on going. So I'm a big fan of these guys. And anyway, that's the draw weight, guys. I just wanted to drop in a little comment about the longevity that I've gotten with these bands, and I'm extremely impressed. All right, we got the can set up with open end up. And we're going to start with a 8mm steel and see how it goes. Here we go. All right, we got a hole through here, and it almost made a complete penetration all the way through the other side. I think if we hit that a little bit straighter, we would have been in much better business. But that was also close to the closed end, which is far more sturdy too. All right, we'll give it a quarter turn and hit that with a 9.5. We hit that one really low. Yeah, we hit it right on the rim. We're gonna redo that shot, guys. Let me put it back here. All right, guys, have a look at this. This was our first shot. I went through and put a dent here. Then we had that funny rim shot. But this last one popped in and busted that can wide open, but in reverse. Really weird. I've never had that happen before. But you can see where it went in, and somehow it just shredded open. I don't know, but definitely bringing the heat for 9.5 bands. Wow, and that's a really good sturdy can. Sorry guys, we're having a little bit of trouble with the Chrony downstairs in the sunlight. It's a little bit too bright, and it's not picking up anything passing through it. So we'll try it again up here in the under the canopy, and it should be a little bit better. So as usual, 5 shots with 8mm steel, 5 shots with 9.5. Here we go. 301.8. 297.8. 301.8. 304.3. And last shot. 304.3 with a can cut. That was sweet. All right, let's see what kind of speeds we're getting at a 9.5mm steel. 5 shots. 248.3. Oh, killed the can again. 251.1. 251, sorry. 245.6. Let's even put a hit on that little blue flipper. There we go. 243.1. And 245.6. Pretty decent speeds for 0.5 bands, I gotta tell you. That's nuts. Now, I know a lot of you guys are wondering how I do my setup, so I'll let you know. Whenever I do my reviews, I do try to do 24 to 12, although I don't shoot that taper anymore. I couldn't get 24 to 12 with these without getting all fancy with a ruler and drawing lines and everything. I didn't want to do that because they're not coming out as perfect as possible. So what I did was I brought them up to the 24 mark and I cut out those ones. I removed that bit in the center, and I ended up testing out the back end of it, the pouch end, and it came out to 14. So we're actually shooting 24 to 14 right now because the elongation makes these bands so short. I mean, look, this is after shooting about 100 shots of it, and I still can't even, I have to stretch them to get them over the bottom of my slingshot, and this thing's only 120 millimeters. So imagine. Really short active band length. You'll be saving on elastic. They shoot well, they last long. All in all, this is by far one of the best elastics I've ever shot, and it's probably why it's my go-to these days. Fantastic stuff. All right, let's just get to the final thoughts on this one. We got some pretty good speeds with them. It's not the fastest bands I've tested, but they're very, very good. We're getting over those 300 feet per second mark, which is pretty damn nice. Number two, we've got a decent draw or draw weight coming in at 8.8 pounds. The funny thing is that the draw on them is really nice, so it actually doesn't feel that heavy. It feels actually pretty decently light, which is nice. The draw on it smooth and constant, meaning it doesn't feel like it has like a really heavy point. It doesn't start off heavy and get lighter like a tube does sometimes. It's a little bit different. It just seems very, very smooth and even, which is what I like. It's a smooth draw. The when you hit the back end of it, let's just see if I can explain this properly. I'll do a quick little draw. When you get to the back end of it, it does settle into the spot. I mean, we got a lot of extra shots through these bands today, somewhere around 120, I guess, to wrap it all up. They did stretch out a tiny little bit, but not too much. I can go from here from my anchor point and pull it back to about here, which is very nice. That means we were very accurate on there, very accurate on our band making, and it was pretty damn good. The elongation came in at 700% or 7 times, which is pretty crazy because I believe when I tested out what my active band length would be, it was 10.7, and my draw length is 29.5 inches long. So 10.7 centimeters. So that comes out to 74.93 centimeters, and you divide that by 7, and it gives you your active band length for a maxed out band. So I added on 1 centimeter for the band attachment and 0.5 centimeter for the fork attachment, and that's pretty much where it is. So we were pretty much bang on. Did a bunch of shooting with it. Bands are still looking good. No nicks, chips, scuffs, or scratches in them at all. For maxed out bands, that's fantastic. Penetration test was pretty damn good. Had a little bit of trouble shooting the 9.5. We were in that 245 to 250 feet per second mark with 9.5 mil steel, which is still pretty decent for 0.5 bands with this kind of taper. If I jumped this up to 25, 15 or something like that, we'd be ripping those things real quick. All in all, very, very good bands. Probably the best all-around band on the market, in my opinion, because of the longevity effect. The longevity is fantastic. The setup that I'm using today, guys, if anybody's curious, like I said before, it's 24 at the fork, 14 at the pouch end, and I've got it tied up with a constrictor knot. You can see that. We're using an Omega Slings microfiber pouch, and these bands performed fantastic today, and I'm a big fan. So I think probably coming up, we'll do a test on the green 0.5, and then we'll go down to the 0.45s, and we'll do one of each coming up, and we'll see what kind of speeds and stuff we get. So to sum it all up, longevity, check. And I've done a lot of testing on that. Speed, check. Getting into that 300 feet per second mark is always fantastic. Penetration, pretty damn good. Draw weight, very acceptable. In my opinion, all around, one of the best bands on the market. And it's pretty much all I shoot. So Coming soon, guys, you'll be seeing the difference between the 0.5 and the 0.5 green and the 0.5 white. I'll be doing the green very, very shortly. It'll be coming up in my next band testing video. If you want to support the channel, you can always check out my merch, or just keep on watching, keep on hitting that like button and share whenever you can. I'd really appreciate it. And anyway, that's it for now. You guys take care, stay safe, get on practice, be good to each other. I'll see you again soon. I love you guys. You're freaking awesome. And I'll see you again soon with another video. Bye for now. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to support the channel, I would really appreciate if you would hit that like button, subscribe, become a member, or pick up some of my ATO merch. But the best thing you can do is just keep on watching. I appreciate you all, and thank you very much for all the support you've shown. There's one thing I got to mention, guys. We got great specs with this elastic. Very good speeds, very decent draw weight, good penetration. Overall performance is fantastic. But the real showstopper on this is the longevity and the elongation of this elastic. You're getting many shots out of a set, but also because the elongation is so long, we're actually able to get more sets out of a roll. This elastic that I'm shooting here today came from the original roll that I bought from Omega Slings. I haven't even gotten into the second roll that I bought of electric white from them yet, and I use about 90% of the roll, and this is on the last legs of that first roll, this elastic. So this stuff is going to last you forever. Best bang for your buck. All right, so on this end screen here, I'm going to attach a couple of playlists for you to check out. The first one's going to be some band test reviews. We're going to be doing some more very shortly, so I hope you'll enjoy this one. And the second one is going to be some outdoor videos. Hope you enjoy the camping. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up. You guys take care, stay safe, and shoot straight. And I hope you enjoy the shooting on this end screen. We really kicked ass at the end with this frame. Bye for now. Just got that one. Oh, that was a pretty damn good run.